Hello, guys, and welcome to episode 1, the first real episode of my new series, What If Civilization Started on Another Planet? Right now, we only have 2 countries because the last episode was just really the pilot episode, showing off the map, really, so you better watch last episode, because, that'll kind of show you why some things are happening in this. Alright. I also know last episode was kind of short, so I'm gonna make this one a bit longer, maybe. But to start off, we see a group of people from the red team kind of breaking away from them, and they move down into this more newly discovered area, forming a yellow country. Now, this yellow country, very small country here. Not even many people. They don't even have enough people to actually even have a major city yet. So yeah, pretty weak. Meanwhile, for the red team, they don't even really care. They start sending out large groups of explorers, both towards where the yellow team went to, and also up by the blue team, and then again out west here. Or out east here. This is not west. This way is west, this way is east. So yeah, they send explorers out east here. They don't really have anywhere they're following until they get down to about here, where there's like a ton of small lakes and stuff, so they kind of explore around in this area, and then they kind of run out. And at this point, they're still like nowhere close to another biome even. So yeah. Meanwhile, for the blue team, they send explorers up this way, and when they get to about here, we see two exploration groups kind of set off. One of them wants to go more inland, while the other wants to stay along the coast. The one staying along the coast, they follow like the main leader for the original expedition. So these people are a bit more loyal to the blue government. So eventually, that did not just happen. Okay. Alright. So we see the blue team kind of start expanding up this way. They take over this peninsula here. And we see a big colony being set up here. Although right now, they can't even travel from right here to over here. They don't have that kind of capability yet. So they have to walk the full way. Meanwhile, for the other team, or the other country, you see them actually having a much better time. Or not even the other country. The other group. You see them have a much better time as they finally meet up with this river here. And very quickly, as these are all explorers, they discover the entire length of the river. They kind of start focusing along the coast after discovering most of the entire river basin, other than some land out here. Then they begin to settle it. However, they only settle a small portion, which kind of just follows the river, plus some extra areas right in here, and areas along the coast. And they also expand up here some. But now we head back down to the red team as they finally realize, Okay, so people escaped from us. Oh, I guess that was a dead giveaway, wasn't it? Alright. So they finally realized this though, and having a much stronger population, once they get over to here, they also quickly expand on this river, and they even expand up here, almost meeting up with the blue team. So we'll actually see them finish out their expansion. They don't quite reach down into this region, but they do take over all of this. But when they finally expand out to this spot, and they get to the yellow team here, and ooh, the yellow team doesn't really like the red team. Maybe because they kind of like broke away from them. So we see a lot of the yellow team kind of starts to flee down, and they go really far down. But eventually we see the red team begins to invade the yellow team. And I'm going to take oh but they take over all of the land, plus some of the land down here that the yellow team didn't actually claim in. So actually I'm gonna make that actual red team color. And yeah. So now we see what a peace treaty will look like between the red team and the yellow team, plus what the yellow team's new claims will look like. And provinces. Alright. So here we have what the updated map looks like after the peace treaty. Added in capitals for the new yellow team and the green team, as well as more major cities throughout the map. Um, right about at the time of the invasion, there was indeed a major city here that would have been the capital for the yellow team, but most of those people fled down here, and there isn't enough people to actually make it a major city. So yeah, but for the peace treaty, fairly simple. Red team annexes everything. Also, we do have a province layer now that some provinces follow the river. Let me see if I can. Oops. Let me see if I can find any. Yeah, like right here, this entire province border follows this river. Also down in here. Um. So yeah, the L team runs away. All right. So we're now gonna head up to the green team. As you see them decide that exploration just by land not gonna cut it. They need to kind of figure out what's in these waters too. The blue team also kind of knows this, and at this point now, we see the blue team has developed ships that could probably cross even from this major city to this one up here. So we see the green team comes down here and says, "Hey, thank you guys for this technology. We're gonna take that." The green team and blue team kind of become bitter rivals with each other. I mean, they kind of always were, especially because of this colony. So we see the green team starts expanding out this way. But we see a lot of people in the red team also kind of don't like the blue team. And the reason why is because the blue team just kind of came down here and just took all of this land that they were kind of wanting to expand into. So we see the blue team starts taking people, putting troops on the border with the red team. Big mistake. Red team thinks they're preparing for an invasion. So what does the red team do? Well, they make a new pathway up through here. And they kind of just discover, like, straight north of this pathway. And now there's a new pathway, or like, there's new roads. And red team, and even a lot of yellow team. And actually, most yellow team people kind of have to travel through the red team, so they don't care which path they pick. If they have a stop over here, they go through this path, though. But a lot of people from the red team, even if they're in this major city, will go through this path to go up to the green team. And the blue team starts losing a lot of money. So they impose taxes on these people up here. These people up here don't like that, so they rebel. So yeah, blue team, that worked wonders for you, didn't it? So yeah, blue team, big mistake there. I'll give them a capital before I forget, and it will be the major city there. Alright, actually, green team, real quick. The green team starts expanding out into these areas here, especially right through here. They also expand up into this little branch up there, and down here. And the green and the pink team, or the purple team here, these guys don't get along, these guys don't get along, and these guys don't get along. So it's kind of a hate, hate, hate relationship. You see the green team becoming modern day Chile, very coastal. Well, actually, the blue team's probably a better representative of this, as they also expand along the coast, and then they decide to take a small branch down into the pathway that was created by the red team. The red team, of course, does not like this either. But we see the red team will discover pretty much all of this land here, and they begin to expand into most of it, reaching all the way up there. They also expand down to here. Oops. However, we do see the blue team will move into this land here and take it for themselves. Alright, final events of this episode. The yellow team. They realize, hey, it's actually kind of nice down here. So they keep going. Eventually they find, like, this spot, and they're like, oh, it's pretty nice. But some of them keep going still. But we see a big settlement kind of starts up here. The ones who keep going just keep on going and going and going. So they just want to get away from the red team. Eventually, when they find this peninsula, they're like, yeah, actually, this will be a good spot. Eventually, some boats that have been following them, which is why they kind of stuck to the coast, other than this little spot, they make a landing over here, and we see a new settlement start up. And then they realize they kind of don't remember the way back. And it's all because they didn't discover this peninsula. So what do? Well, here we see a new orange team being created. Right. So here we have the new orange team. Whereas over here is still yellow team. The yellow team also takes this little bit of land stretching down. And we'll just give these guys a capital, which will be right up here. Alright, and for the last event of the episode, we come to the pink team. Pink team will kind of start, like, I don't know if disobeying is the right word, but they kind of, like, don't follow what everybody else has been doing, and they expand more on the inland side of things. This region here is pretty fertile. This is probably the most fertile non-river area. So they will definitely take advantage of that. And we also do see the green team here also wants to take advantage of that. However, the blue team doesn't get any land. But, this definitely makes a big rivalry. Alright, but that will do it for this today's episode of What If Civilization Started on Another Planet. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in episode 2.